faces. Let's get started. We got some things to talk about. First, let's talk about Canelo and Edgar fight that's happening tomorrow, September 14th, right? That's happening at the T-Mobile. And also, we're going to talk about, listen, we got a list of rappers that's just been knocked off and shot and killed. I just want to talk a little bit about that. Like, you know, it's kind of crazy, right? When we really think about, like, all these rappers getting shot and killed. We're going to talk a little bit on that note. But before we get to that, let's talk about this Canelo fight that's happening tomorrow, September 14th, against Edgar. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the money. Let's see what's really happening. So let's do it. So let's take a look at Canelo's record. Let's take a look at that record and see where he's at comparable to Edgar, and then we can look at the numbers and the money, right? So Canelo have a 61 wins, 37 knockouts. Wow. 2 losses, 2 draws. The guy got a very good record. But when you say good record, what do that really mean? It means who have he fought? Who was he fighting? Was he fighting scrubs? The truth of the matter is that Canelo was fighting guys with pretty good records. Whether or not you agree with the fight or don't agree with the fight, he was fighting some guys with 0 losses. He's fighting some guys with 1 loss. So it's not like you can say, well, everybody Canelo fought was fighting a bunch of scrubs. And I know we want to use that narrative because Canelo is not going to fight Crawford. We all know that. And Canelo also is not going to fight the monster, Benavidez. We know that. We understand that. However, that doesn't change his record. Again, when you have 61 wins, 37 knockouts, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's almost half, right? With that being said, who is he fighting? He's fighting Edgar. Now, Edgar only have 22 fights, 17 knockouts. That's not bad, but obviously there's no way, there's no comparison. We got that, right? But it's still 22 wins and 17 knockouts. No losses. Got 0 losses. Now, this is going to be a very interesting fight. However, with that record being presented to you, you can see that more likely Canelo is going to win. So with that being said, let's take a quick look at the money and the numbers. So if you look at the money, which is basically we're talking about whether or not he's going to sell out an arena. He's fighting at T-Mobile September 14th. Again, that's this Saturday around 2-something p.m. He's going to fight there. This is all going to happen not on the east, but on the west side. With that being said, right now, the way the tickets look, they look pretty good. It looked like they by the way, they didn't sell all the tickets, but their percentage is pretty good. They still got tickets that's running in the thousands. For example, you have floor seats that's over $8,000, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. It's still very high. Still got a lot of seats out there. Let me just give you an example. For example, by the way, this happened at T-Mobile Arena. Again, T-Mobile Arena. This is Las Vegas. This is on the west side, right? And Nevada. So let's take a look at that. And for example, if you look at Section 7, Row B, those seats are going for $2,368. Wow, pretty good. These are floor seats, by the way, guys, right? Another good example is they got tickets on 4D, Row E. That's $5,000. Wow. I mean, the tickets are, you got these tickets at high prices, right? You got tickets here at Row 4G, Row K, and those tickets right there are $2,368. They're still available as of now. By the way, the time is now, we're talking about 8:06, right? East side. You got Section 5, Row V, 1,421. I mean, you get the point. I mean, the tickets are running all up and down the price chart. You got the lowest ticket right now being sold is at $400, a little bit over $400, $437. This is Section 214, Row B, Section 214, Row C, 215C, 213D, 226, Row M. All right, and these are more like, upper blanche type of seats, not front row seats. Obviously, not gonna get no floor seats for that type of price. But again, there are still seats that are available. Did they sell all the tickets? Answer is no. Are they selling tickets? Yes. And there are some places in T-Mobile Arena that is sold out. For example, you got rows 105, 104, 103, 102, 101, 120. These tickets are all sold out, and etc. etc. You got some floors 20, 19, 3, F. So there are places in there that are selling. So the tickets are selling. It's just kind of simplified. The tickets are selling. It's not completely sold out, but the tickets are selling. With that being said, I expect them to make some good numbers. And don't forget, this is also going to be broadcast as well. So I expect them to make some money. They're going to make some money. So the money going to look okay. How much of that split that Canelo going to get and Edgar going to get, I guess we got to wait and see what that numbers come out, wait until that numbers are revealed. But as far as the arena is concerned, which is a good barometer to find out what's going to go on, how much they're going to make, it's pretty good to get a good idea estimate of that. Okay, so that is with that. Now let's take a look at the gambling side. Of course, we got to look at the gambling side. We can go to DraftKings for that. And you're looking at minus 1,800 to 1,000 plus 1,000. So it's minus 1,800 for Canelo, and it's like 1,000 for Edgar. So as you can see, the odds are definitely for Canelo to win. It looks like everybody expects him to win, right? I mean, at that number, I can't see how he will lose. But skill-wise, you know, definitely Canelo got it. He got a lot of fights. He fought some of the greatest guys. He fought Mayweather, even though he lost with Mayweather. He fought some other guys. He fought Plank. He beat him. He fought, other people. Bivol. He lost, right? So, yes, there's this up and down side. But keep in mind, he's only lost twice. With all that being said, I can definitely tell you that he's going to fight this gentleman. That's a given. He will win. More than likely. With that being said, we need to stop thinking that he's going to fight Crawford. He's never going to fight Crawford. Forget about that fight. The Saudi tried to pay him millions of dollars, offered Canelo millions of dollars, and Canelo came on national TV, or not just national TV, but they interviewed him, and he said he won't do it. That's it. He's not going to do it. Then came to the monster, Benavidez. He said again, he don't want to fight him. That was going to be. He's not going to fight these guys. You could say he's scared. You could say he's fearful. You could say whatever you really want to say about this case. But at the end of the day, he's on his way out. He's on his way out. I mean, it's nothing in his mind, in his way he sees it, there's really nothing more for him to really be fighting for. Like, he don't see a need to go ahead and fight and go fight these guys. For what reason? The guy could walk away and still, retain everything he have. All of his belts, his dignity. I mean, he's going, like I said, going to probably beat this guy, and at that point in time, he can still do what he wants. He has made, we got to keep this in mind. Last thing I'm going to say about this. Canelo has made millions upon millions of dollars throughout these fights. Have he made more than Mayweather? Probably not. I will say no. But have he made a lot of money? The answer is yes. He'd have a big community that's backing him. We got a big Spanish community, Mexican community that is standing by him. And you got other coaches as well. So it's going to be that. So people need to get over that and move forward. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I know people want me to say, oh, no, no, but I'm just keeping it 100. All right, so that is with the fight. The fight, once again, is at the T-Mobile Arena. It's happening tomorrow, September 14th at 2:15 p.m. on Las Vegas, Nevada. T-Mobile Arena is going down. Tickets are still selling. Tickets are still available. The lowest price ticket right now, as of this current time, is at $400-something. That's all the way up to the nose seats. You want that floor. You want to get first row seat. You want to be able to see his eyes, see Canelo's eyes, see the fist hitting, hear the punches punching, hitting the chest, hitting the body. Then you got to get them floor seats. But if you want that floor seat and get that excitement at the floor seat, you're paying a couple of $1,000s to see that, to see it, to feel like it's a 4D effect. Put the money down and don't complain. With that being said, or stay home and watch it on TV. Hey, either way, but you're not gonna hear no nice fists. It's not gonna be a part of the action. With that being said, let's move on to the last thing I want to talk about. And this last thing I'm gonna talk about here for Face. By the way, subscribe, leave a comment below. Is all these deaths that have occurred with all these rappers. And I'm telling you, it's a long list. And this list goes way back into the 80s, all the way up to 2023. I mean, 2024 actually, 2023, 2024, right? It's just crazy how many rappers have succumbed to gunshot, violent death. When I say gunshot, I consider that a violent death. It really is. There's no ifs, ands about it. And let me just show you, let me just say what some of them are. I mean, you look at, I don't know, Lil JoJo, September 4, 2012, he got shot shooting. This was, he's from Chicago, Illinois. You got Smokey Dog, that's from Toronto, Canada. He got shot age 21. I mean, you got Papa Smoke. We all know that. He died in 2020, age 20. I mean, this is crazy, right? And I'm just trying to run through this real quick. You got AKA, he's from South Africa. He died at 35, again, shooting. I mean, you got Gambino, C. Gambinos, he was 26, Sweden, 2024. I mean, you get the point. You got PNB Rock, he died at age 30. That was in 2022. Again, a shooting. I mean, you get the point. You get the point. There's so many unfortunate killings of rappers and that's getting shot and killed, and that's a shame. It really, really is a shame that this is happening, right? With that being said, I do want to give a shout out to Fat Man Scoop. We know he died in August. We still to today. I'm trying to do some research. I was asking, doing some research using my Humane AI pen here to try to locate any type of new information, articles that might come up, and trying to find out what is going on. And so far, I haven't really pulled nothing out. They say maybe it was something that he was drinking. It's an energy drink. I'm not saying drugs, anything like that. Maybe something accelerates his heart rate. It's possible. We're still looking into that. When we find out more detailed information, we're going to look into it and see what's going on. But nevertheless, so for some of you that don't know who Fat Man Scoop is, remember that song, Put Your Hands Up, Put Your Hands Up. He had that heavy voice, basically a hype man. He's been around for quite a while. He lived in Manhattan. He's born in Manhattan, rather. It's sad when you lose people like that, but in that situation, he died. We don't know why he died, but we do know it wasn't, at least as of now, we know it wasn't due to a violent crime. It wasn't due to a shooting, and he died pretty young. He's 56 years old. I mean, for a Fat Man Scoop to die at that age, it's just kind of crazy. I do want to give a shout out to him and his family and friends, and we do want to recognize that there are a lot of good people out there that unfortunately passed away at an early age, and it's kind of sad. By the way, he had kids as well. Fat Man Scoop had kids. He was married. It's sad that people gotta go in that route. But nevertheless, with that being said, here we are at Four Faces. We like to keep it real. We don't believe in clickbaiting. We ain't got nothing to talk about. You just won't hear us. That's really it, right? So we ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, this fight. No, we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about realists, right? So again, this is Four Faces. Subscribe, leave a comment below. Today we went over real quick. We talked about Canelo and Edgar. That's gonna happen tomorrow, September 14th, right at Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be an interesting fight. Everybody expect Canelo to win with a pretty good record, 61 wins. That's pretty good compared to 22 wins. There's a big difference in fighting skills and fighting techniques and experience. It's one of those things. Lastly, I would say is that I just want to say this one more thing, and then we're gonna go. We gotta go. I think it's pretty long, but the idea that Crawford could beat Canelo based on like he beat Porter or he beat Spence. I mean, he really beat these guys bad, knock them down, knock them out, and all that type of stuff. That will not. I can never see that happening to Canelo. And why I say that? And I know you're gonna leave a comment, subscribe, leave a comment below, right? I'm gonna tell you why. The last fight that Crawford had, it was at 154. He was not able. Now Crawford, watch the fight carefully. Crawford hit that guy directly. He was hitting the guy, by the way, the guy was from Ukraine. He was hitting that guy directly. I mean, he was hitting him like he was like the same hits he was doing to Spence and he was doing to Porter. He was hitting the guy the same way. But the difference is his punches did not have the same effect as it did with those other guys. Why? Because there's a weight class difference. Now imagine, keep in mind, that fight he had with at 154, he's got to up his weight more to get to Canelo. Because Canelo ain't going to sit there and stay at 154. He's probably going to fight him at 168, maybe 174. And if he fight 168, Canelo don't come in at 160. He ain't going to come at 168. He's going to probably come at 180. Who knows what weight class he's going to come in. While Crawford's going to come in, and mind you, Canelo been fighting at this weight for how long? For quite a while. He's used to that weight. So think about how Crawford going to just jump from his 147, 154, and then jump up to that number, 20 pounds perhaps, maybe more, and like, oh yeah, I'm going to beat Canelo. This guy used to that weight, or he can fight with that weight. Just like Tank is used to the weight they fight at 135. He's used to that weight. He feels good about that weight. That's why he said, I'm not going to go nowhere. I love this weight. Because he's used to it, feels good on him. Same thing Canelo. Crawford got to come to an uncomfortable weight and then be able to manage and have the same speed and athletic. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. This is Four Faces. You know what? Subscribe. Leave a comment. Listen, we'll talk.